before we go anywhere else, I totally forgot. I wanted to share something with you guys. Something terrible. Did you guys see what Pokimane is recently being canceled for? I know, crazy. Pokimane getting hated by the internet? It's literally never happened before. You can tell it's an impartial clip because it's titled Hassan Broke Her Brain.
Someday we'll have a revolution like that in America. Right? It's getting there, right?
We already have one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
Or wage gap between different groups of people, like ethnicities.
And we hate the rich. Anyway. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No! Like the
Poki.
ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the unnecessarily
You have to clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh,
You
the
gotta
ultra
say
giga
the
rich.
billionaires.
The billionaires.
you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
I am. I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
And surely the comments will be normal. $2,000 a night hotel room, $650 Pokemon pack, $1,000 edible Easter egg. Feel when Jason was the smart one in this clip. It's her condescending tone on every sentence that irritates me. It's always matter of fact, or you don't know? Type inflection on her sentences. This is my favorite thing about being a chick online. People just get mad that you exist. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm a little sick in the head, all right? I think it's funny to farm these people a little bit. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. And so I will test out different things on days where I know haters are gonna be watching. And then I see how the reaction is to figure out how to best get at them. I saw people being like, I just hate, basically this. It's just the insult that they use towards women that are saying sentences. She's so condescending and smug. That's a big one that people like to say. She's so condescending and smug to both me and Poki. And so I was like, wait, so what would they say if I didn't sound smug, if I talked really monotone, if I didn't smile, if I didn't laugh, and I was just like very serious. And then the next comment was, or like then the wave of comments was, she looks like a robot. It's crazy. She's so engineered. She's engineered just to be a terrible human being. She's not even human. And I was like, I think they get more mad when I'm smug, so I'm going to do that. Because it's way more fun, dude. They get so mad about the smugness. And the smugness is just like me existing and having a good time. But again, like it's the thing is, it's just literally just woman online is talking in a way that's certain, right? That's it. And like, I get why people are upset about this clip. Poki saying, Jason saying, but you are rich, and her saying, no. Obviously, Poki's rich. Obviously, all of us know Poki's rich. She had like an exclusive contract with Twitch at one point, and those contracts were paying out. She's obviously rich. She will never have to worry about paying her bills ever again. She will never, she's like, I think she's paid off for her parents' retirement, and she's bought them a house, and she is very rich. The thing is, when she's within the context of her talking about a revolution against the wealthy, she's talking about the capital owners, the bourgeois, who use their capital to exploit laborers. That's what she's talking about. She's talking about the 1%, the billionaires that are basically in office. I mean, Elon Musk, people call him POTUS for a reason, who objectively have only gained their wealth by exploiting other people. The thing is, like, you can absolutely be a content creator, have like merch that's ethically sourced, like it's all union made, it's all no labor violations involved. You can never ask for money. I mean, she literally, I think she caps her donos, like you can't give her more than $5, right? Like in terms of obtaining wealth and becoming rich, unless you do Gamba streams, or unless you do, what's another like good one? Gamble streamers are like the big one, CSGO gambling, or like, the fucking slots or whatever, unless you're doing constant shilling in a way that's like making it seem like you need more than you have, or you don't have enough and you need people to give you money to support you. Streaming in YouTube, it's like that's people are willingly giving you their money. And in terms of unethicalness, it's probably going to be the lowest on the unethical chart, right? Versus someone like Jeff Bezos. In terms of being rich, let's just for a second pretend like Poki and Jeff Bezos have the same level of wealth, which is obscene to begin with, right? Poki has maybe 100 times our wealth. Jeff Bezos has 100 times her wealth. Poki isn't at risk at homelessness. That's why she's rich. The distinction that she's making is how these people like are sourcing their income and how much of their life is being spent to making the planet worse. Jeff Bezos, he has his wealth because union busting, because abusing his fucking workers. I mean, people who work for Amazon deliveries or even people who work in fulfillment centers, you get in an injury, you're fired immediately. Here's your mediocre severance. Get the fuck out. We don't care if you have permanent problems, permanent injuries. We don't care if you get permanent back damage. Here, piss in this bottle. We need to make more money so Bezos can go to space. That's what she's saying. She's saying, I'm talking about the billionaires who abuse laborers, who they gain their capital by abusing laborers, and who actively lobby to make the world worse for the working class. Again, the problem is just like, she didn't, when told she was rich, she didn't say yeah, which the correct answer on Jeopardy is yes, and I should get taxed more for being rich, which I think is the correct take. I mean, if I was Poki rich, I would say, yeah, I should get taxed more. But those fuckers that make 100 times more than I do should get taxed even more than me. I'm definitely not getting taxed enough. Those people are absolutely not getting taxed enough. And they're using their fucking wealth to make the world worse by a fucking lot. That's what she's saying. But obviously everyone sees this and they're like, Poki is the rich? Yeah, that's what I just said. Or disagreeing with me for saying the same thing that you just said. Would you say it was just phrased poorly? I think she answered incorrectly to the question or to the statement, but you're rich, aren't you? What she meant by her original statement, I think, is pretty obvious.
Do you think men and women, we love each other? Anyway. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No. Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the unnecessarily
You have to clarify. They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh.
You gotta say the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
Again, the response that she was supposed to have is, yeah, I'm rich and I should get taxed more, but I'm not a fucking billionaire. And those billionaires should get taxed even fucking more. That was the problem. That's why people are upset about the clip. You have to understand also, like, the distinction between the reason why in her brain she's making this distinction is because, like, she doesn't have the power to lobby Congress to make them, like, roll back EPA regulations. She doesn't have that level of wealth, right? That's what she's saying. She's talking about those pieces of shit who are totally cool with ruining this fucking planet so they can make a little bit more money. She could dedicate all of her money to lobbying and she wouldn't get, she would get a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of what Bezos could do. But again, because in the response, she said, no, people are mad. People are mad because people are going to be mad. Pokimane is literally the reason why we still have an oil industry, and you know it. Pokimane literally caused fracking to exist, and she is the person that lobbies the hardest for fracking. There's no need for these obviously rich people who provide very little to society and try to pretend they are working class. I don't feel like she pretended that she was working class. I think she was just making a distinction between her and billionaires who lobby to make the world worse. Why are you here watching rich people then? I'm here to be a hater-ass bitch. Honestly, I respect the honesty. Most people, especially the fact that you've been here so long, I feel like as soon as you see someone pre-2018 account created, you know it's going to come from someone who's like in denial. And they're like, no, actually, I'm here for having fun and I love it here on Twitch. It's like, no, you've been on Twitch since 2015 and your first message is a hater message. I respect you being honest. You haven't lost your marbles just yet. I respect it. You know, you want to be a little hater? Be a little hater. Sure, why not? Sounds like she was just trying to think about like society objectively, not from personal standing. Yeah. Again, it's just, she's just making a distinction between the people that are lobbying and making the world fucking worse and making sure that you don't get paid enough and making sure that you're going to fucking deal with the fact that you don't have healthcare and you're going to eat your gruel and you're going to like it. She gets to live a very, very privileged life. She doesn't actively work to make your life worse. Those are different people. It doesn't make her not rich. She's still rich. She's still very rich.